We have a question from Jay here. Jay, he asks, I wanted to get your thoughts on the optimal number of hours to fast each day. So just for clarity, folks, he asked optimal hours to fast each day. Now, we all know there's multiple fasting methods. I've heard of people online having success with fasting windows of 4 to 7 days. We know that that some of the Irish fasted for longer than that during the Troubles on those starvations. We also know that a lot of people have success with 2 24-hour fasts in a week, and that system is usually called the 5-2. 5 days of eating, 2 days of fasting. But the way Jay asked the question, I want to make sure I answer this question. If you're doing intermittent fasting or daily fasting, how long do you think? And then he has a follow-up question, which softens the whole question automatically. Do you think the number of hours fasted really matters as long as at least 10 hours or so? Well, generally, unless you're in a mass building program, I don't think I would ever want you to fast less than 8 or 9 hours a day. And I call that 8 or 9 hour a day fast, I call that sleeping. I think it makes good sense not to, eat while you're asleep for logistic reasons and safety reasons. I also know from the heart it's probably a good idea not to eat within 2 hours of going to bed. And that's just something I've noticed in my life. That's feedback from others. You probably want to swing that to maybe, if you go to bed at, let's just say 10, eating after 6. I mean, I can understand why, but generally for most of us who focus on health, fitness, longevity, performance, after dinner eating is usually frowned upon. So automatically right there, Jay, you're looking at about a 8 to 12 hour fast every day without even doing intermittent fasting. If you eat breakfast, you went to bed at 10, you get up at 6, eat breakfast, you're looking at an 8 to 10 hour fast almost by default. Many of us who have tried intermittent fasting, like in my case, I started getting into it because of I started training in the morning. I started training at 6 a.m. because of career and other stuff. And pretty soon I noticed that if I fasted, worked out, and held that fast for a few more hours, I was able to get a lot more, work done. Men's Health came out with a book a few years ago, which upset some people because they said they invented fasting, where they argued a 16-hour fast every day. So I think you're probably right. I would say at least more than 10 hours. And the only reason I would say that, Jay, is that for the bulk of people in health and fitness, they do a 10-hour fast by default, daily, all the time. Do I get more benefits as I push my fast longer and longer every day? Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I fast, sneaking up on 18 plus hours a day, simply because my training session's at 11 a.m. and I'm holding on to my fast through it. The workout takes an hour and change, get home, make my meal. Are those days better than the normal days where I fast probably, 13, 14 hours? I don't know. So that's one of the kind of the lost things, Jay. I can't really answer specifically, but I think you're on the right track there. I get more work done fasting, but that's a trick I use with myself. If I put off eating, which is kind of a reward, until my workout and my work are finished, I tend to really push myself to get my workout and my work done. Now, are there magical benefits of fasting? I actually think so, but at the same time, you can see that I'm doing this as a lifestyle hack, so to speak. One other thing a lot of people did about 20 years ago was eating a good breakfast and then fasting until dinner, so that you have 2 fasts in a day. Now, small joke I always mention is that if you're not shoveling food in your mouth, you're fasting. So my joke used to be I would fast between the entree and dessert. That's my fasting window. It's a good question, Jay. I, just to answer your second part, 10 hours is almost what you can do naturally. And I would strongly suggest that for anybody daily who wants to have any measure of fitness, health, longevity. Thank you.